You put all these secrets, you do all these lies. You only can have control for so long. Like the institutions, take, for example, getting serious here for Chicago, right? You have the Democrat machine. After the November 5th election, there's like maybe one or two districts here in Chicago that turned red. And it was a high voter turnout, not the highest ever, but in regards for a presidential election in this city, the highest ever. And it was the most also for some people voting not Democrat. This city's always been solid blue. A good portion, I believe 20% of the city's population, of the voting population, again, not high numbers, voted for Donald Trump, like 20%. That is unheard of. And now there are people recalling Mayor Brandon Johnson. The Chicago Democrat machine is falling apart. And very similar to Congress, we got a lot of old aldermen. We got a lot of old Chicago bosses and Chicago people that don't have the base that they once had. You have an unengaged voter populace. You also have an enraged voter populace. And unfortunately, you do have the migrant crisis here as well. You have an economy that's in shambles here, and you have a mayor that has earned the hatred of everyone in this city. And when you're hated more than Lightfoot, you are an all-star performer that is destined not to win a second term. And if that's the case, 2027 is going to be a referendum on the Democrat machine that was started by Old Man Daley decades before even yours truly was born. So, we are witnessing a great upheaval in Chicago. We are witnessing it not only here in the city, but nationwide, in which people are challenging the institutions. And to be clear here, what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are doing, yes, they're looking at USAID, but there's also other things that they're going after. They're distracting. You're doing so much and distracting you at the same time. It's still control, but it's also leading to confirmation of, oh yeah, the system is corrupt. And let's say Kamala did win. There would still be billionaires doing what Elon is doing, not to the extent or publicly seen, but no, it'd still be the same. There would be some differences, and which is why, I really like that Super Bowl, because I do want to bring that up, because you guys were talking about Drake, and I'm like, oh, if we're stepping on Drake, we got to talk about the people that Drake surrounded himself, including his daddy, because do you know about that?
Okay, all right. Let's go back to Super Bowl. I want to hear your thoughts. You were hearing us talk with Jay, and we broke down some of the stuff there. But yeah, if you have a little more on Drake, I'd love to hear it. Let's go.
Well, okay. So again, I like to follow a lot of the gossip channels and a few other these channels that focus on the great beef between Kendrick and Drake. And the thing is, what a lot of people tend to forget is that Drake was given the green light by a lot of these studio execs to go after and destroy people's careers through his lyrics and rhymes. And when it happened to him, this was the most devastating thing ever to hit him, because this really destroyed the mythos of how invincible Drake is. He hasn't been able to hit back at Kendrick, and in turn, everything that he has done throughout the decades of being a music giant, it is a gut check. And the thing is, he had people like his own daddy, to help him out, to give him a pass, to continue to grow, to continue to have influence. And as soon as that gravy train ended, I mean, what does he do? He chooses the punk option of filing a lawsuit against the hand that feeds him, not against Kendrick. But I mean, even then, if you really want to prove how strong you are, don't be the punk and go down to lawfare. No. Get to the studio, hit the laboratory, work on the rhythm and rhyme, and shut up about it. Just do your job. I mean, you should love this. This is a fight, right? Left hook, right hook, unless truly the crown has been taken from Drake. And the thing is, yes, it is, because look at the people that Drake surrounded himself to. When you got DJ Academics, have you heard about what that guy did to his own career?
No, what did he do?
Oh, you're not familiar with DJ Academics? No. What happened to him? Are you serious?
Yeah, I missed that one.
Okay,
no,
well,
give it to us. Give it to us.
This is a guppy in many ways. Yes, he's got did have millions of followers, but I'm going to be very careful how I word this out here. He is one of the biggest glazers to Drake. Okay, this is a guy who just worships the throne of Drake. But in a Twitch live stream, there was a person not of age. There we go. In it. And in turn, he was making very inappropriate conversation with said kid. Okay. And that's as far as I think we should go with that. But yeah. Oh, and in turn, you know, because DJ Academics by proxy, very close relationship with Drake, constantly promoting him 24/7. It calls into question everything that Kendrick Lamar was saying in his lyrics and rhymes, because okay, you got all these people making, and again, why would you make you're a grown ass adult and you're making these inappropriate comments, you're saying all this stuff, and then in turn, you know, he loses DJ Academic loses a lot of his contacts and connections too. Like, you know, Twitch banned him. He also lost a lot of promoters and everything else. Like, you know, there's no way he'll ever be able to recover. And the internet is immortal. And you can look it up yourself on YouTube. If you look up DJ Academics, inappropriate comments, like when you see it, you'll want to punch a screen, be like, why would you even do this? Why would you? And I feel sorry for the kid, but in the kid's defense, this kid was like saying, like, hey, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm not going to talk to you like this. It's like, it was a very, once you see the bigger story, it's like, my God. And this is somebody that was Drake's diehard fan, like a heavyweight fan. Like, come on. But you know, when the Super Bowl halftime was going on, I could hear in the background Drake crying. And it was great. Like, I don't get why, because here's the thing. I saw some conservatives and people in MAGA that liked the halftime show. I know there were some people that didn't like it, but I liked it. I thought it was great. Like, some of these people that are hating it, it's just like, did you not pay attention to the lyrics? Like,
it went over their head, Kit.
The people
that didn't like it went over their head. And you know, my brother's a professional musician, and you know, he vouched for the fact that, look, sometimes musically speaking, you can have some of these songs are kind of dull musically. So you can give people a little free pass if they weren't like bobbing their head to the musically, but if they weren't paying attention to the lyrics, if they weren't looking with their own eyes of what was happening on that field, if they weren't kind of processing it the next day and kind of thinking about it, they might have missed a lot of it. So, but a lot of people blasted that out. They go, this thing was dull. It was boring. I fell asleep. You might want to think about.
I love that halftime show. And I even thought was the young man, the individual was the Palestinian flag. Like, I was like, oh, that happened. Oh, that wasn't on my bingo card. Like, everything was very apropos, and I like the whole. God, the memes are so beautiful. Even Taylor Swift was supposed to be proposed to on that day, and the gods said no. They said no, and we dodged an end of the world type scenario. Do you have any idea how big her ego would have gotten if the Chiefs had won, and then the guy, like her guy, just proposed to her like right there in the field? Like, the whole world would be consumed by Tay-Tay fans.
She might have been talked to before the game, because she looked pretty sad the first shot I saw. That's interesting how sad she looks right away. She might have had a talking to them. I said, hey, listen, Taylor, we've been running the numbers. We're getting a lot of pushback for all the rigged games. We've been rigging a lot of the Chief games, and I think we need to back off on this one. Just let them play. And she was like, no, don't let them play. They're going to get their ass kicked. We just gotta let them play this time. It's the best move. Everybody's onto us. They saw that, they saw that conference finals against the Bills. They're onto us. We need to back off. Just let your boyfriend play. She said, what if they lose?
You can't play at all.
Yeah, then that's the chance we're gonna have to take, Taylor. And that's where she was like, oh no, it's over. It's over. But I've listened to everything you've told me to do the whole time. I tweet out exactly when you tell me to. I vote when I tell. I do the whole thing. I do everything you tell me. And now you're telling me to sit here and just let the game unfold itself. Oh my God.
Let the dice roll where they need to roll. And then of course you have Kendrick Lamar song. You have Drake crying in the ether, in the nether space of the world. You have Donald Trump, the first president to ever attend a Super Bowl. You have Taylor Swift, and the whole perfect proposal ended. You have the Chiefs losing. You have the Eagles winning. Shout out to my people in Philly. But God damn it, did you have to riot so bad? You have to cause all those problems. Come on, Philly. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I love you, Philly. I love you, Philadelphia. Hey, at least they have a team that cares, not like the Bears.
That's true.
All right. The less said about the Chicago Bears, that I got nothing nice to say about them. They broke my heart in 2006. So they could go F right off. But no, that was one hell. I think people don't realize that was probably that was a good Super Bowl. It wasn't dull. I find the commercials were mediocre. What did you think of them?
The commercials were mediocre. I'm happy that there weren't an excessive amount of Pfizer and Moderna commercials, and there wasn't like the year before there seemed to be an excessive amount of those. So I appreciate they backed off, but there was that one. I hate when a product is so bad, but the commercial is so good. Oh, I hate it. So I think one of the best commercials was that cancer one with the little kid, the Pfizer one.
Yeah, but Pfizer's never cured cancer. You've been around for 100 years.
I was like, why does this have to be so good? It's so bad what they're doing. They're trying to pretend that you take their product, it's gonna help. No,
but
their product's
alive.
The thing. Oh.
They haven't cured cancer. They haven't done it, Pfizer. Yeah. That's like saying, oh yeah, trust Pfizer. We peak. No, you didn't. Yeah. You haven't done it in the real world. See, my favorite Super Bowl commercial is actually from 2011, the Maserati commercial. You ever? Yeah. You know what? After this, when you're done, make yourself a nice meal and type in 2011 Maserati Super Bowl commercial. And
I'll do that.
Dude, it's a car commercial, but man, there's like the way that was messaged out. It's like, goddamn! Oh, I'm ready for a fight. And that's if you don't remember it, I'm expecting a text message from you like, dude.
Okay.
That message behind that is pretty good because it could be interpreted. It's of course they're selling a car, but just the way it's being narrated and the way it's directed, it's like, okay. I see who made this commercial. Okay,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, 2011. I'll send it to you via private message. Actually, that's what I'll do.
Send it to me, Kit. And I'll say on the record, my favorite commercial, Super Bowl commercial, is from 20 years ago, 2005, because I was actually featured in it. I did a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh,
yeah, 2005. Really? I'm in it for approximately 1 second, but here's the catch. They had to, because through SAG, what they were trying to do was we shot it in LA. It's supposed to take place in Miami, and I'm playing a Miami Heat player who I happen to fit the stats at. It was the same year that Shaq got traded to Miami, and so Verizon was doing this stunt back then. This was you guys don't know if you're not 20 years ago. If you're watching the Super Bowl, they had this stunt.
Send this to me now.
The little Shaq. He started big, and then he goes down. He's slapping five with his new teammates at the Miami Heat. And as he gets shorter and shorter, and by the time he gets to the end, he's this small. And that's the Verizon thing, was that you end up in the cell phone. It was like their big promotion that you can watch your favorite person on a cell phone. And that's why Shaq got so small. So all the teammates were like, where the hell did he go? And so I was playing one of the guys on his team. One of the white guys was exactly I forgot the guy's name, but they needed a master shot of everybody in the gym. So they made the LA Staples Center look like the Miami Heat Center. And they did a wide shot of everyone.
Are you kidding?
And they come in, and then I'm doing the lines for the basketball player. And they're like micing me up, lighting me. And I'm like, am I going to be in this thing? They're like, no, we're just using your likeness. So I'm like, but I'm going to get paid residuals, right? Because because the rules are, and I had to call SAG. I go, dude, SAG, they're lighting me. They're giving me direction. Like, then you're getting paid for the full commercial for having lines on set and being directed. Well, obviously in the final thing, when they do the close up, it's not me. It's the actual guy doing the line. But I did the original line, and they sent it to him, and he's in a green screen in Miami, and he did the take off of me, and he basically copied my performance, and that's what you see in the commercial. But people blew my phone up because they recognized me in the long shot before it went in. They go, dude, you made it in the damn thing. I go, where's my residual check, SAG? And I never got the residual. But I got paper, but yeah.
Damn it. Oh, God. Okay. Hey, man.
I will send it to you.
That's okay. Send it to, I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you that. Dude, I promise you. I'm going to send you that Maserati 2011. Yeah. Like, that's my favorite commercial. Like, sometimes I'll listen to it. It's like, yeah, I'm ready for this fight. Like, even though it's for a Maserati car that I'll never afford. I like the message in it because there's a big message behind there. But, yeah.
We'll check it out.